All right. Shalom. Call halal Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect, the house of David. I'm not going to play the video. A few brothers, I believe, tried to do videos on this, and it was taken down. A very graphic video of an Edomite, I believe in another country, who followed a 7-year-old Israelite child into the bathroom and raped her. He has blood all over himself. He's screaming, trying to act like he's completely crazy, which he is completely crazy. And very disturbing. And this is just the nature of Edomites, you know. And somehow they've been able to weave under this label of being a pedophile and being completely crazy when history, present, all right, clearly shows that there is something wrong with these people. All right, but this is a video for brothers, all right, and sisters with children, all right, to anoint your children, man. Pray over your children. All right, we're living in the very worst society for children to live in. It's very unsafe. It's very wicked. It's very perverse. And, you know, us 80s babies, you know, at least we got to go outside and hang from trees and flip, you know, mattresses. And, you know, though we grew up in some harsh conditions, you know, we had somewhat of a childhood, you know, somewhat. It wasn't picture perfect, but, you know, I was of that generation to where you could run outside and, you know, your homeboy's crackhead mother down the street would discipline you. Or if she wasn't a crackhead, there was a community, there was a, you know, somewhat. And I'm from Oakland, California, so crack cocaine hit and ruined everything. So pretty much every other house there was a crackhead in it, you know, growing up, you know. But there was still some sort of, you know, protection that you had on your block. But we're living in a time now where you could blink for 2 seconds and your child could be gone, man. Okay? So this is a call for brothers, you know, pray over your children, man. Anoint your children. You know, the anointing prayer, you know, make you an anointing oil or just use some regular oil and pray over your children. Remember, anointing is a part of our culture. Okay? And this devil wants our children, man. You know, children are pure. You know, we understand in this society they're all defiled, but the reason this devil, you know, loves to pervert children is because they're pure. And if you notice his MO, if you look at him and what he does, anything that's pure, he wants to taint it. He wants to somehow, some way taint it. You know? And we're looking for a day where our children are going to be safe. And that's what we're fighting for as well. You know, a brother posted a beautiful, heart-touching message this morning. You know, of course, we're working out our own salvation. And if we're in a condition to where our children are taken away from us or whatever happens, you know, we have to continue on the path and have faith. Because remember, your child has their own story as well, you know. But how beautiful would it be if through us fighting and doing these videos and believing and praying and fasting and making our bodies a living sacrifice, that we're able to save our children, man. You know, a lot of people do videos, you know, on us about this and that and we're this and that, but I've never seen brothers, Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans love their children, like the brothers, man, that I've met, in this walk, Great Millstone. And I'm pretty sure the other, brothers who aren't in Great Millstone, they love their children too, man. One of the things they're going to try to use against us is our children are unsafe, but we're in the safest place possible, brothers. You got people with millions of dollars who aren't safe. Look at our people in Hollywood. They bring their children into that culture. They're not safe. This right here is the safest place to be for us, man. And calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and teaching it to our children, anointing them, teaching them our culture to the best of our ability. It's not going to be perfect. And, a lot of times we're busy. But make time to pray over your children, man. Make time to pray over your children, man. Because at the drop of a dime, this devil, all right, can try and come get them, take them from us, or they can just be out in this world somewhere, and stuff like this can happen to them. This is a very unsafe and wicked and evil environment, and it's toxic to even think about. Also, try not to drown yourselves in the what ifs. What if this devil do this? Now, those thoughts are going to come, but don't drown yourself in that to a point where you make something that isn't even really happening or hasn't happened a reality in your mind to where it drives you crazy. Earlier in this truth, when I first had a child, all I thought about was, what if the devil do this? What if the devil do that? And it drove me into a depression. But it wasn't a reality. And that can happen. But this video is just, brothers, all right, pray over your children if you have the power to do so. The anointing prayer, Ya Baraka, Yahweh, Wa Shamarka, Ya'ar, Yahweh, Panyawa, Al Yaka, Wa Khanka, Yasha, Yahweh, Panyawa, Al Yaka, Wa Shamlaka, Shalawam, Barak, Wa Rapah, Wa Kazak, the child's name, the child's name, the child's name, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Babakashah, Shalak, Yahushai Wa Alahayim. Send Yahushai and the angels, Babakashah, the water Tawab. Or, just pray over them somehow, some way, because we're living in a twisted environment, a twisted world, man. All right. And the Lord loves children, man. The Lord loves children. Okay. And as we know, we're living in the anti-Messiah to where they devour children. That's a part of the culture. 800,000 children a year go missing. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can pull that up. This is the new Canaan, okay? And the god of Molech is back in effect. He's still here. He comes out as an owl. Back in the days, he was a goat. This is why you see the goat, okay, the Baphomet, this twisted ideology being uplifted all throughout the world, because Molech, that's why abortion clinics are all over the place, man. Okay? Let's see. Verse 23, for whilst they, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 23, for whilst they slew their children in sacrifices and used secret ceremonies and made revelings and strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously and grieved him by adultery. This is pretty much the culture and environment that's being breeded here. We understand this is talking about the Canaanites. But this is the new Canaan. That's why this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Those empires, all right, they were ruled by Hamites. Okay? And Esau, everything you see before you goes back to those Hamites, man, including the Big Bang Theory. Everything you see before you goes back. All right, that's why Ham is such a stronghold. But devouring children is another one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 12:5. And those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh and feasts of blood. This is what the elites are into. Okay. And as the ruler is, so is the people. Okay. Psalms 127:3. Lo, children are an heritage to the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Okay? So the Lord loves children, because through children, pretty much prophecy is fulfilled. They grow up and fulfill prophecy, But, above that, all right, above that, I know I'm rambling a little bit. Above that, we're fighting overall for this. All right. Zechariah chapter 8:3. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion. I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, a mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. All right. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Could you imagine the stress, relief, all right, of being able to have children, Israelite children, man, because those are the main targets. Israelite children, and the children of the heathen are going to be safe too, man. Once we get rid of Esau, man, oh my goodness, man. It's not like we're going to go around the earth, just destroying children and like Esau does. Nah, man. Family will be promoted in our kingdom, man. But could you imagine, in our kingdom, the streets shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets, man. When is the last time you saw that? Maybe 2 or 3 riding a bike, cursing up a storm, or at the park, hogging the swing, or it's just an atrocity what our children have become. And this is the last generation of this madness, brothers. So for brothers with children, thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes, said the Lord? It's going to be marvelous to see this in our sight, man. And it's coming, So, fight, that our families, of course we want our wives to be delivered as well, man. I mean, if it's the Lord's will, our families come with us. That'll be, how much more beautiful would that be, man? Of course we're working out our own salvation, but our loved ones and our families, man, you don't want to see them destroyed. However, it's all in the Lord's hands. All right, and I speak as a man, but I would love to see my family delivered, man. Because you can't even enjoy your child and your woman in this society, man. It's all tainted. It's all full of doubt, and you messed up. You're tired, mentally, physically. You're not able to be a husband. You're not able to really be a father in this world, man. And the devil wants it that way. But however, we do have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And that alone, those names alone, and calling on him, and this truth we've been waking up to, all right, is far above, all right, the wickedness that we're faced with, man. And those names are mighty to bring salvation, man. So brothers with children, man, pray over your children, man. You know, call Halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rucha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. This was an impromptu, so Salakia was all over the place, but at the end of the day, that's the point, man. Shalom.